What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Bootcamp, and we are back. I believe this is episode 7, like 007, and we got my boy Flojo and Mr. 7 O'Clock himself.
Beat gets me every time, bro, don't it?
That'd be smack, bro.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Football Bootcamp presented to you by Warzone. Once again, just a little disclaimer, we butcher names on this show, so it's not intentional. Number 2, this show is intended for the newbies and the people who are in the gutter who can't seem to make the playoffs. We're here to help you. We're here to guide you to the promised land, which is the playoffs. Moving on to segment number 1, Josh Jacobs, player profile this week. As you guys know, we cover different offenses in different divisions. We're covering the AFC West. So why not talk about the running back with the most change going on than Josh Jacobs, currently being ranked as running back, I want to say 20. His ranking is number 32. His average draft position is 28. Is he worth it? Is he not worth it? He lost some linemen. Some of the linemen were injured. We're hearing from the president, Joe Morley. He had a DUI this offseason. They grabbed Kenyon Drake. Talk to us, Flojo. Talk to us.
Yo, the crazy part, man, is I was so high on Josh Jacobs last year. You know, my man coming out of Bama, tape is there. You know, great story, right? Living in his car. You know, my man runs hard. He bucks, he trucks, he does his thing. You know, and that year, man, he balled out. So last year I was like, dude, sign me up, bro. I was all aboard that Josh Jacobs train. Week 1, 3 TDs. I was like, man, Let's your boy calling him, right? And it just, you know, he still finished in the top 10 last year, but it just felt ugly, right? It didn't feel like you were getting that type of return on your first round pick, which would be a running back. So completely turned off. And then he had that little sideways deal he did with most people in the community where he's like, maybe I'm playing, maybe I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And like, you can't do that, bro. Like, I get it. We're nobodies, you know what I'm saying? But still, we're trying to ride with you. We're trying to, you know, rep what you're doing, and you're trying to play us out. So completely rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. They signed Kenyon Drake. Okay, that's a huge move. Drake's not a scrub. Okay, he's gonna see looks. He's gonna see third down work. Okay, he might steal some goal line work, even though that's what Josh Jacobs does. Right now, where Josh Jacobs is going, I'm completely fading him. I'm taking Kenyon Drake, though, with an opportunity to steal possible RB2 late in the draft. I'm completely with that just because I think Drake is still good enough. I don't love him, but I think he's good enough to return RB2 value, especially where he's going.
I see, said the blind man. Yeah, man, look, I'm going to be real. I think Josh Jacobs is getting a little too much hate, bro. And I was looking at my own rankings. You know, when we talked about the player profile, I was like, Josh Jacobs, where I got Josh Jacobs? I'm like, down. I'm like, damn. Are we disrespecting this man a little too much? And I started doing some research, and the research shows last year that the offensive line before all these moves this offseason was 26th ranked rushing, right? So what's the difference now that they lost these guys? If they were 26th ranked last year, I mean, are they going to be much worse this year because they got rid of a couple of guys? I'm just saying. And another thing about Josh Jacobs too, man, look, he is game scripted. So when the Raiders win, which is not often, is when he balls out. So check this out. 89% of Josh Jacobs' touchdowns in his career come off wins for the Oakland Raiders. So that means when the Raiders win, they ball out. So game script means that the Raiders are falling behind and they abandoned the run game is what it looks like to me. And in those games, bro, he's averaging 21 points when they win. And when they lose, he's averaging 10. So, yeah, it feels kind of ugly, but he was RB, I believe, 8 or 9 last year. I want to say RB8. So
back-to-back years.
PPR. So, I think Josh Jacobs is getting a little too much disrespect because we want to say the offensive line got shuffled, but I just told you 26 last year. This year they can't get much worse than 26. I mean, damn, there's only 32 teams in the damn league, right? and he had 12 touchdowns last year. You feel me? So yes, now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake is for real, and he could definitely bounce in the outside, catch the ball, but Josh Jacobs was never really a reception back. Like he wasn't getting PPR points like that for us. So are we being a little unfair? I think so. Now I'm not saying Josh Jacobs is going to be, the next coming of Jesus Christ or something like that, man. But I'm saying that he is somebody that is respectable. If he's going in round 4 and you go RB1 and 2, in first or second round, I would not mind Josh Jacobs being my RB3. And I'm going to be real. The disrespect is getting a little too real, bro. He is still a good back, and the volume is there. We know about our boy Chucky Gruden, and we're going to talk about that a little later. So I'm a little bit on the hush-hush. The disrespect is too real. Josh Jacobs deserves a little more, love.
I feel you. We got a little addition. We got Flojo down and finally got him in the image, in the decal, and just like the jersey number that he has on, I'm fading away, bro. I'm fading Josh Jacobs, bro. It's just, and it's not because of lack of talent. Drake is there. I'm always going to follow the money. I'm always going to follow the draft picks. If you sign a complimentary player and give him good money, he's going to be involved. And that's just less touches, and that's same with draft capital. I'm going to fade him because I just believe there's better talent where he's going. At 42, I like Mike Evans. I like both Dallas receivers. I like DJ Moore. I like the other running backs in a later round. There's just better value. He's probably going to ball. I see him as a RB2, confident RB2. I wouldn't mind having him as my flex, but I just think the price for me, the ECR, the ADP, not worth it. Well, where would you guys take him if you were? I know Piggy kind of already touched Flojo. Where are you taking him? Where's everyone has a price? Where's that price for you?
Look, I consider him in the 5th. I don't know if he'll last to the 5th, but Piggy made a couple good points. I do believe the talent is still there. The O-line, let's just say the O-line stays the same. Okay. He's going to lose touches, but he wasn't really necessarily being used in the passing game. They have no receivers. Okay. Maybe they split out Jacobs. Maybe they do. Maybe they split out Drake. Right? Yeah. Waller's going to be the wide receiver 1 there. He's going to eat, and they're going to have to find a way to divert attention to him. Okay? Because you never know, man. They could put a safety on top and double Waller, and guess what? All of us that say Waller to the moon, tight end 1, man, that could end quick if they have nothing else to worry about. So I'm a little concerned with that aspect of it, but I do believe he is getting a little bit hated on based off of what Piggy just says, and I would consider him in the 5th round because in the 4th round, to your point, 7, there's some fly receivers I'm keeping my eye on, and I would take them definitely over Jacobs. But maybe we got to check ourselves, man. The hate might have went too far.
For real. Last year, 306 touches. Piggy, over or under 306.
Kenyon Drake there is definitely under.
Right.
I'm not saying he's going to be top 10 in fantasy again. I'm just saying he'll be top 15 most likely. And I just think the disrespect's a little too real. Like, it's just that when you look at the rankings, this doesn't make sense that he falls so much. And also, when they say you zag, right? So when the masses are trying to say something, definitely I try to, back up, look at a different perspective. Now, I did say 4th round, but you already know I'm getting the alpha male and, CD Lamb over someone like Cooper. You feel me? Because, young man healthy, but we'll stop.
Anything else to add? That's it? All right, man, that wraps up segment number 1. Let's move on to segment number 2. We talk about the commandments this week, proper adjustment. This is something that is foreign to a lot of players, especially the experts, because as analysts, we preach heavy RB early. Our first commandment, get your running backs early. But sometimes there's value. Sometimes players slip, and you got to flip the script. You got to change the script. Talk to us, Piggy. Talk to us about making the proper adjustments in the draft.
Yeah, make the proper adjustments. I mean, like you said right there, sometimes the best player available is someone that's out of, your comfort zone of, going running back heavy. So if there's a great elite wide receiver, so for example, D-Hop, there's some news that came out that maybe he could push down in the draft if you're drafting tomorrow, let's say, or next week. And if he's there somewhere like in the 3rd round, it's just like, whoa, I mean, D-Hop in the late third round or something, or mid third round, it's like a no-brainer. So, we're saying running back heavy, but definitely there's exceptions to every rule. There's outliers, right? So, just don't always be so set on something, and be open-minded to make adjustments properly. And another thing too, man, is just that, look, even philosophies is something I want to go with too. As an expert, or I'm not an expert, but an enthusiast, I said, hey, don't draft rookies, because rookies usually don't really pan out as wide receivers. And it's very few guys that get 1K, and we need 1K at least in fantasy for the most part, unless you're getting stupid PPR. Someone like Juju getting 90 receptions and less than 1,000 yards and still being top 15, top 17, whatnot. Then hey, but you got to make proper adjustments. Your philosophy might change. I used to draft kickers a little earlier than some people. Some people didn't like that. I would get like a Tucker in the 9th or 10th, and some guys are like, oh, that's too early. Well, hey, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to make adjustments. And if you had old ways and old habits, bro, you got to adjust. Look, the strongest survive because they adjust to their environment, baby. And we trying to take you to the next level, and that's what it is. So I'm gonna give it back.
Hey, get in there, Flojo. What you got for us?
Man, murdered that track, yo.
Right.
Straight up, killed that. I love that, and I feel like the zig when you zag, we should consider throwing that in the commandments, man, because we can all get caught up. We all want to follow those trends, right? We all want to take CeeDee Lamb in the third so we could be right. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes though, okay, sometimes you got to do that, and I'm 100% guilty of it, bro. Like I'll fall into that trap. I want to build similar teams so I can root for my guys or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. This year, bro, I got my own commandment. Okay. Diversification, bro. I'm diversifying my bonds, right? And when that happens,
Wu-Tang Financial, let's go.
Bro, straight up. that dynamic duo league, bro. Like that was, we talked about that. I was in my fields, bro. I was so uncomfortable, right? Drafts falling to me. All my guys are getting sniped. What am I doing? I'm plucking value at each round. Okay. Maybe my team doesn't look great to me, but the reality is how that draft unfolded is exactly what this commandment is talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wherever it's coming, bro. I'm picking, I'm plucking, I'm bobbing, I'm weaving, right? I'm building this squad that I might not think looks great, but guess what? Come Sunday, if this squad's putting up numbers, commandment just went down, bro. So that's what's up.
Yeah, man, I'm going to hop in there real quick and just give a personal experience. We just did a mock draft on Monday, and I had the 9th pick. I traditionally go running back heavy. I got Jonathan Taylor fell to me at 9, and on the turn, Stephon Diggs was there. Stephon Diggs, for me, is my wide receiver 1 this year. And I had a decision to make. Was I going to go Edwards-Helaire? Was I going to go Najee Harris? Or was I going to take the best receiver, like a wide receiver 1? It felt foreign to me, but I went ahead and went wide receiver 1. I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire as my RB2, and then I got Allen Robinson as my wide receiver 2. I felt like overall, I was eating. And then I usually try to have a running back as my flex, but Adam Thielen was there in the 5th, and then I got Dak in the 6th. Sometimes it just happens that way. I don't know if you guys follow our brother Jay the Plug or Plugged In with Jay, but he had a marvelous interview with Marcus Grant. And he asked Marcus Grant this one question. He said, hey, what is your draft strategy? And he said this simply put, I draft like water. I'm one like water. I go with the waves. I take what's given to me. And that's my advice to you guys. If you haven't already, go watch that interview, but be like water. Shout out to Jay the Plug. Shout out to Clock Management. Hey, shout out to Bear Clothing, sponsor to the Pace League. But my advice to you boot campers, man, be like water. I know we like to be stuck in our ways, but man, if value is right in front of you, don't be too stubborn to take it up. Count your blessings, take your blessings, and be like water.
Facts. Bruce Lee's stuff right there, baby.
Ooh, Confucius,
bro. Preach, bro.
Yeah, hey, you know what? We need to push up with one finger on camera right now, segment.
Moving on to segment number 3. Rankings, man. We was just talking about rankings and not being a zombie to it and sticking to it. But we all have our own rankings, 1 through 12 for the quarterbacks. We haven't even talked about it. At least I hadn't talked to you guys about it. I don't know what y'all lists look like. I know FloJo is gonna DM me after my lists after this episode. I apologize. When do y'all want to go first? Because I don't want to go first.
Okay, I'll say my first one. And obviously, dude, come on now, it's on the screen. I'm wearing the hat. Come on, it's Patty Mahomes, Ferrari Pat. That's number one. QB1 all day, every day, twice on Sunday. And but QB2, man, it's K1, A1, the boss sauce. That's my boy Kyler Murray. We already know what it is, but
Yes,
hey, I
sir.
don't wanna I don't want to trigger anybody like 7 right now. So
Hey, that was rest at daytime 7. Nighttime, I'm much cooler. I'm like a vampire. Okay. I'm in my element now.
I feel it, bro. And then those are my first 2. So I'll pass it on right here.
Great minds think alike, my boy, because those are my first 2 as well. You know, Patty Mahomes, bro. What can you say, man? Talk about, we talk about my boy Saquon, generational talent. People are shook. Guess what? I'm not. Boys on the PUP, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I just had a little side bet with our homie bald guy. Finished in the top 10, bro. I'm not worried, bro. I don't worry about that. You want to bring up CeeDee Lamb?
In the top 10?
Bro, he said he took the bet.
Whoa, bald guy's tripping, bro. Hey, I'm gonna call him up too, bro. I need some money,
bro. Yeah, holla at your boy bald guy, because he came out with the slander, bro. And I'm like, you need some Jesus in your life, homie. You always with this negative stuff, man. You got to get some prayer in your life. And anyway, bro. Sidebar. My number three, okay, is a guy who I was not sold on last year, and that's Josh the Stallion Allen, bro. My dude, I was not sold. Right? Huge arm, super raw, right? Inaccurate AF. And I was like, this dude's nice. He's okay, but like, he's not going to make the jump, bro. No way. He put in the work in the offseason, right? He got coached up. He shortened his stance. My man was on point last year, bro. He was so accurate. Obviously, the addition of Diggs, and I'm with you, 7 Diggs is also, I mean, it's actually really close between him and Tyreek, but they're both 1A, 1B for me.
Yeah.
Diggs is a dog, bro, and he's been a dog. You know what I'm saying? And he finally got an opportunity to show the league that he could be that alpha 1, and he did, bro. So props to Josh Allen, man. When you can coach yourself up, you can make adjustments, and you become one of those top QBs in the league when you were just talented, right? All the talent in the world, bro. But can you pull it together? Can you put up numbers, and can you get dubs? And he did. So Josh Allen's my number 3. Sweet Lamar Jackson, bro. People let that boy slide. He's my number 4. He's going to rush for at least 1,200 yards. Bank that at the boot camp, okay? He's going to stay efficient, bro. He's going to do what he does. And they're going to get wins, and they're going to run the clock out, and he's going to get – all I see is Lamar, bro, is I just envision him on 3rd and 7. You know what he's doing? My man's scrambling to the right or left, and he's getting 9 yards. He's running out of bounds all game. So Lamar's my 4. I'm going to toss that up to you, 7.
Man, you know what? Oh, man. I'm talking back-to-back. QB1, Josh Allen. I know that takes you for a loop, but, hey, he did it last year. I don't see why he can't do it again this year.
I'm with it, bro.
Another year with Josh Allen. I just imagine Stephon Diggs losing that AFC championship, just standing there looking at the Chiefs celebrate. And I feel like I think he's going to compete. He does it on all levels, man. He has the arm strength. He has the arm talent that you always talk about. Flojo, that's my quarterback, Flojo. I'm going to talk. He has the arm strength. He can get the rushing yards. He can get the rushing touchdowns and goal line. Zach Moss, Singletary, are we starting any one of these guys? Are we happy with one of them as our flex? He kind of similar to Kyler, man. He's a bigger Kyler in my opinion. So I'm going to go Josh Allen 1. Patrick Mahomes. Only reason I have Patrick Mahomes number 2 is because I think the Chiefs are going to actually rest players towards the end of the season. I think they're that good, and I don't think he plays week 17 or 18, and they're probably going to be the 1 seed. And I think the Bills will have a reason to play, and the Chiefs simply won't. That's I'll be honest with you. Number 3, coming back from number 3. He was QB2 before he went down. I like the weapons. No one talks about Gallup anymore, but he's got 3,000-yard receivers, caliber receivers. Blake Jarwin coming back. Zeke can catch it. Got soft hands. He can catch about 35, 40 balls out the backfield. I do have Lamar Jackson as number 4. As even though I'm a Steeler fan and I can't stand the Ravens. Real recognized real, man. 1,000 yards back-to-back. 1,000 yards rushing back-to-back years. Like you don't play with. Don't overthink it. I'm going to go Herbie 5, man. I'm going to go Herbie 5. I love that new offensive line. Best route runner in the game in Keenan Allen. Mike Williams should be available for 12 out of 16 games. And then I'm going to go Kyler just because I think they're going to run him less and have him pass more. And rushing yards are more than passing yards. I got Kyler at 6.
Let him throw more, boy. You're going to see something special, baby.
I got Kyler at 6.
Special. Yeah.
Hey, top 6 is still making the playoffs. All right.
Yeah.
What you got, Piggy? Finish out your list.
Yeah, man. So third, I had Josh Allen. Love Josh Allen, man. I mean, he also added Emmanuel Sanders. So boom, that's nice. And Gabriel Davis is a big sleeper that he's trying to rise up to the top. And then my QB4. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry. Josh Allen is actually my QB4. Lamar Jackson is going to be MVP of the damn NFL. You feel me? Lamar Jackson. Oh, hold up.
4?
Lamar Jackson. Yeah, look, check this out, man. He got the most receivers now. Look, he got my boy Watkins. He got Bateman. He already has Hollywood. He has Andrews. And man. And he added my boy T. Wallace, bro. Hey, T. Wallace, y'all sleeping, bro. He's actually one of the biggest sleepers and steals in the draft this year. So he has a whole new makeover with the wide receiver position. And not only that, but he got some offensive linemen that beefed up. Kevin Seidler that I talked about. Your boy, Villanueva that he's got through. Yeah,
he ain't trash, but he's serviceable
bro.
At best.
You know what? All he needs is half a second, and Lamar Jackson, wow. Gone. You guys were just talking about how rushing yards mean something. Lamar Jackson is going to be the greatest rusher of all time.
They lost their best lineman to the Chiefs. They traded their best lineman for a first rounder.
Hey, there we go. But that doesn't really matter, man. Anyways, because they replaced those dudes. Anyway, so QB4, like I said, is actually Josh Allen. Number 5 is going to be my boy Herbie because I love Justin Herbert. We're going to get wide with the offensive coordinator, and my QB6 is going to be actually Dak Prescott. And the reason why I have him a little lower than other people is because that injury was gruesome, okay? And one thing that Dak was actually known for is that he was averaging 4.5 rushing touchdowns. I don't think in the back of Dak's mind it's going to be there. It's going to, I don't know if I want to rush to the goal line. You know what I mean? I don't know if he wants to run. I think he's going to stay in the pocket and be a little more hesitant to rush out. And that's 4.5 touchdowns we're talking about in his career that he was rushing in. I think he gets maybe 1 or 2. And then, when it comes to my QB7, bro, I got to go Russ. Russ is going to do his thing. He's going to be hot in the beginning. He's going to sizzle down towards the end. And we already talked about that. We already won that one. But, hey, it's all good. And then I'll let y'all finish from there, bro.
Yo, look, I don't know how you could be that low on Dak. Look, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm this eternal optimist, right? And maybe I'm gonna get burned this year because I'm putting a lot of stock into players that are coming back from injury. Okay, I get the hesitation. We talked about it last time. People are coming at his feet. You must have missed the highlight today, where my boy was twinkle toes scrambling to his left and dimed him.
You seen that one too?
Dimed him. Okay, ankle looks fine. I get it, but Dak's a dog, bro. He's a player. And you don't lose that. I don't care if you broke your ankle in half. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about that because he's the man on the squad on America's team. But he doesn't know any other way, bro. He doesn't know any other way. So I don't think these dudes are coming out on the field like, yo, I'm kind of worried about my ankle. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's deep in their psyche, I ain't with that. So I don't know. I can't ride with you on that. I love Herbie, man. I got Herbie at 6. I got Russ at 7. At 8, though. Making a jump. I checked my last rankings. Matthew Stafford, prayers up to my boy Killer Cam. I'm so hurt, but guess what? Like I said in the video, bro, I think the offense is going to adjust. It's going to be ran through Stafford now. Okay, my man can handle that. He's proven. He's a vet. He can do work, okay? Offenses adjust. Now, Darrell Hendo, I don't know, bro. He's going to get overdrafted. I'm off that shit. I don't want any part of that. I want the Bobby Trees. I want the Cooper Kupp. I want that Tyler Higbeast. Okay. Maybe even Van Jefferson gets a little bit of love, but I think McVay's smart enough to adjust that offense and run it through Stafford now. Okay. They still need that run game because a lot of that is predicated off the play action, maybe a little bit less, but that still needs it's the league, bro. You still need to run the rock. You still need to be somewhat efficient. Okay. But I'm completely fading those RBs. And I'm putting more stock into Stafford, that tight end, and that receiving core because I believe that's going to be the shift of the offense. And McVay knows, bro, they're in a win now window. Okay, they can't play around. So this is a shot to the squad, but I believe Stafford can carry him, boys. So we'll see what's good.
Yeah, they traded all their first round picks, like I think to 2040 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna go with my 7. I have 7 and 8. I have 7 and 8 kind of tied. I got Ryan
Mm.
Tannehill at 7. He was QB7 back-to-back years. The addition of Julio, I like it. I think he makes that. He stays right there. Maybe even flirts with that top 6. Russell Wilson at 8. Joe Burrow at 9. Tom Brady at 10. Tom Brady for the same reason. I think the Bucks are really, really good, man. And it's not that he doesn't have the ability to ball. I just don't think they will need him, bro. That defense is elite. The offense is nasty. Everyone's healthy. He's got the MCL taken care of, and they don't have a off season with the sickness going around, and they actually get to spend time and train together. It's that the Bucks are going to be nasty. Matthew Stafford at 11, and then I got Kirk Cousins at 12.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, no. So 7. I said it was Russ. 8. I got Tannehill. 9. I'm actually put my boy Tom Brady right there. But yeah, no, I'm not worried about Tom Brady, bro, because you guys talk about dogs. There ain't no bigger dog, goat, whatever you want to call him. He's every animal, or he's the king. It don't matter, bro. My boy Tom Brady, bro, is a dog, and I'm gonna tell you something. He don't care if he's winning 50-0. He does not want to come off the game. I'm telling you, because as a Miami Dolphin fan, do not be, as a Dolphin fan, bro, he never came off the field. The Patriot way, they would keep going and going. I'm like, bro, you're up by so much. It's like he's dead. Leave him alone. Like, and so yeah, man. And then I do like Matthew Stafford. I like those, man. But yeah, I'm done with the quarterback rankings myself, man.
Real quick. Let me chime in though, because guess what? No one talked about Jalen Hurts. Okay, I can see both of your guys' point with Ryan Tannehill. Okay, he's the dude, man, that I can never have any on any of my squads. And guess what? Maybe I adopt those commandments, right? And when I'm telling myself, maybe I should just scoop and score and trust you guys, right? Trust the boot camp squad and get Tanny on one of my teams. But Jalen Hurts, bro, okay, we just gave Lamar all that love. What if Jalen Hurts rushes for 1K? What if he does? You know what I'm saying? Automatically vaulted into that top 10, in my opinion. They're going to be down in games, bro, straight up. Okay, that team is not good, and there's some garbage points. We all love Burrow. I know Burrow has way better weapons, better arm talent, better actual QB. I get all that. Okay, but if you have 800 to 1,000-yard rushing floor, which I believe Jalen Hurts can do, he's automatically there, bro. So I think he can't be completely forgotten. Interchangeable, him and Tanny for me, I guess, at this point. But Brady's also in my top 10 because, like Piggy said, bro, talk about dogs. He's the biggest dog there is.
All right, moving into segment number 4. Obviously, you guys know, if you guys been following us, that we cover offensive coordinators. This is the final week, man. This is division number 8, the AFC West. We're going to go over the offensive coordinators for Denver, Kansas City, Las Vegas, and San Diego. Piggy, let's go up to Denver. Let's talk about Pat Schumer. His philosophy is to get skilled players in open space and spread the defensive out. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. All right. So our boy Patty Pat definitely was with the Vikings, and he was with the Eagles. So y'all remember Nick Foles when he had the 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions? Yeah, that was Pat Shermer. And then y'all remember when Casey Keenum was like, taking the Vikings deep in the playoffs, and they were 13-3, and he had like 25, 26 touchdowns and very few interceptions as well. Yeah, that was Pat Shermer. Now, he only does well with guys in their first year. So Drew Lock, your time is up because you had your first year, bro, and that, it is what it is. But they have my boy Javonte Williams there, and that's the guy that everyone should be going after. I know Melvin Gordon is still a very solid running back. I don't care what you say, Mike on the mic, but he's still solid. But, Jay was going to take over eventually, bro. Feed the young back. And there's a couple of players there, man. There's the Cortland Suttons, the Judys that I know Flo's going to talk about. And, in this kind of offense, I think Judy does fit the best, bro. And I'm really hoping it's not Drew Lock, because Drew Lock just throws a bunch of bullets. And you can't just throw bullets in the NFL, bro. You have to have some touch sometimes. So I'm really, really hoping that Teddy Two Gloves is up in there, bro, because he could definitely, float that ball. But if I'm going to target anybody outside of Jay Will, I'm going to be real. Cortland Sutton, Judy, they cool and everything. But I'm looking at Noah Fant. If I miss those top 6 tight ends, Noah Fant is a top 5 yak tight end. And that's what I want. Higbee is top 5 too. So that's another person I'm looking at. But we talk about the Broncos. Give me Noah Fant, because I feel like them boys from Iowa, Hawkinson and Fant, are going to possibly be top 6, 7 tight ends once again. And yeah, bro, give me big Noah's Ark. I'm on the boat.
Noah, fantastic, bro. You said it. My dude is a beast, right? He always does work. You talk about that yak. That's exactly what he does. Here's the thing, though. Pat Shurmur, okay, in his last 12 seasons, he's never had a top 10 quarterback, okay? That's a pretty serious stat, okay? He might be working with trash, but my man just doesn't really do it in his offense. And if we're investing in these weapons, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Noah, fantastic, okay? We need to be a little bit concerned. But here's the deal, okay? In my opinion, based off of if Teddy Two Gloves wins the job, because Drew Lock hasn't really put anything on lock. You know what I'm saying? My boy, to Biggie's point, throws bullets, overthrows balls, careless with the rock, okay? Has a little decent arm. I kind of like him. I'm not going to lie. You're reminding me of Brett Favre, but my boy's playing like Brett Puke. You know what I'm saying? So he's about to lose his job to Teddy Two Gloves, okay? And what's Teddy Two Gloves do, right? Nice little floaters, bro. Little like catchable ball, right? Jeudy has some drops last year. The crazy stat though is he had 10 drops, okay? That was second most in the league. Okay, my man had 6 drops in one game. So I don't know what happened with this girl. Maybe someone stole his phone. I don't know what went down. But to me, that was a surprising stat because I saw Jeudy drop a lot of balls, okay? But in reality, if you eliminate that one game, pretty solid. My man's still seeing a 20% target share there. Cortland Sutton did too when he was healthy, okay? So him coming back, there's a little bit of question mark there, but I believe Jerry Jeudy is the best value going in the 8th round, okay? With Teddy Two Gloves, they're going to combine forces, right, and hopefully link up and do some work. So, but to Piggy's point, man, what Shurmur does do is my man runs the rock, and he gets it done with RBs. So Javonte Williams is going to be a beast. He's going to blow. Melvin Gordon's going to be there, okay? But they drafted this dude. They traded up to get him. This is their guy. He fits the system nice, and he's a straight baller. So of all the pieces in this offense, when we're talking about OCs at the Fantasy Football Bootcamp, Javonte Williams, boy, he's about to do work.
There it is. There it is. Moving on to Kansas City, we got head coach Andy Reid, offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, where they're running a West Coast offense. Talk to us, Piggy.
Woo! Yeah, we got, Andy Reid, baby. And my boy was just, beautifully talked about Shurmur and his running game. But we know Andy Reid in his running game, man. Going back to the Westbrooks and the guys breaking ankles, Shady McCoy. Yeah, Deuce Staley, man. Deuce. And, hey, man, so the thing about, Andy Reid last year, we were drafting most of us CEH at the end of the first round, right? And we were like, man, this guy, could be something. Damian Williams, hope your mom is doing fine. She was beating cancer. He opted out. And then we saw, a young man promising, first running back taken off the board. And we're like, all right, LSU, the zone's running scheme, he could fit into Andy Reid's system. Boom, it didn't work out how we thought. But guess what? There's redemption. Year 2, he is going in the 3rd round, and CEH is looking nice because they revamped that offensive line, baby. They got my boy Joe Tooney out of the Patriots, and he's one of the best pulling guards in the game. Actually, I would go as far as he's the best in the game, and that's going to help someone like CEH get in the red zone. But he struggled a bit. And to Flo Joe's point that he's going to bring up too is that, hey, man, it was almost impractical that he wasn't getting it's all like for that to happen again is crazy. And yeah, I love CEH. Outside of Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, man, this dude is something special that you probably have to get at the end of the first round. Which I'm probably not going to do that because we telling you go running back, y'all, go running back. And Travis Kelce also going at the end of the first round. That's a little too rich for me, y'all. I can't touch Travis Kelce. I love you, Travis. And I'm sorry, we got to pronounce his name correctly. It's Kels. That's Kels. Travis Kels. But Kelce sounds, Kels. Yeah, those are the guys. I loved Hardman last year, but he disappointed me. So I'm kind of staying away. Maybe somewhere in the waiver wire if he heats up. But CEH is the only guy I'm really going after because Patrick Mahomes is a little too high for me too. I'm waiting for a quarterback. Those are my thoughts.
Yo, like that. And, Eric Bieniemy, Kansas City Chiefs, Andy Reid, right? Get numbers, bro. Everyone does work. Actually, not everybody. A select few, right? Ty Freak and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
But check this out. 3 years, since the past 3 years, okay, that offense has not had a top 10 running back. Okay, the last one, we all know, Kareem Hunt. Okay. So that's a little concerning. And everyone's a little bit worried because everything's shifted a bit because Patty's the best QB in the league, maybe the best QB ever to step on the field, straight up. Okay.
Chill.
Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can count rings. I know we're talking Tommy Brady, but when you talk about a dude that can do something that nobody else can do ever, that's ever laced them up from that position, I think it's Patty Mahomes, bro. And you know, your boy's got a scout's eye. You know what I'm saying? I can picture and I can pick apart dudes, especially that are behind center. Anyway, so that running back position, yes, overdrafted last year, CEH, right? A value this year. You mentioned it. My man has a TD. He's going to have a TD regression to the positive mean. Okay, what that means is my man had so many opportunities last year, and he could not even fall into the end zone. Okay, the likelihood of that happening again is very, very slim to none. The likelihood of him falling in a couple more times and averaging about 10 touchdowns automatically brings him close to that end of the RB1 range where you're getting a round of value. That's how you win yo chips right there. Okay,
there you go.
You mentioned Travis Kelce, bro. Okay, he's too rich for me too, but guess what? Last 5 seasons, tight end 1. Okay, that is some gangster. You know what? My boy has to be respected. Okay, but take your RBs, man. I know he's as safe as they come. You know, no one's done it better the past 5 years, but CEH is also my number 1 pick on this team. And I'm fading Mecole Hardman. I'm fading Robinson. I'm fading Pringle, whoever. I don't want none of that, bro. Don't even reach. Don't even try to get lucky because you'll never know. Unless you're playing in a best ball league, straight fade everyone but Ty Freed.
There you go. There you go. Quick shout out to my brother, Randy Fox. He is a Chiefs fan, and he's actually the person that introduced me to fantasy football 11, 12 years ago. Woo. So shout out to him. I lost a bet, and I had to shout him out on the show. I almost forgot, but I didn't forget. Shout out to Randy Fox. Thank you for getting me into fantasy 2010, whenever it was. Moving on to Las Vegas. We got John Gruden, Greg Olsen, Spider 2 Y Banana, West Coast offense. Talk to me, Piggy.
Yeah, man. All right, look, I'm gonna be real. I feel like Gruden lost his touch. That's just me, though. But you know, I'm gonna be fair, man. He definitely feeds his running backs. I mean, look at Josh Jacobs' numbers. His usage is off the roof. All right, this guy's getting 250, 270 plus, and now they brought Kenyon Drake. So that tells me that Derek Carr can't do it enough himself. So they're going to have to run the ball a lot more and try to control the time of possession. They brought in a defensive-minded coach that actually is worth a dang. So, hey, man, if I'm going to target anybody, you know, and another thing, too, I saw my boy Ruggs. He was actually open when I was watching tape. Ruggs was open. Derek Carr wasn't hitting him. They were using him more as a decoy and to open up the field. So I'm just being real. Now, Derek Carr had a pretty solid season. He's actually, I think, QB, top 15 QB 13, in fantasy. Yeah, but, hey, he was a nice little waiver wire pickup here and there. You know, when he plays the Chiefs, he balls out, I guess. But, yeah, if I'm getting someone, Darren Waller, we already know at the end of the second, early third, that's not rich for me because I like Darren Waller, the baller. And then, yeah, I like, you know, my boy Draco. Trey Dose or Dose Trey, you know, for me, like I love my boy, dude. He does this thing. Kenyon Drake was actually a top 18 running back, and I feel like he's going to be very, you know, effective in this offense, bro. Because let's be real, who's catching the ball for the Raiders, yo? Outside of Darren Waller, Drake is probably the most talented with catching the ball. We've seen what he did with the Dolphins. He could do Miami Miracles. He can look amazing with the Cardinals. I mean, he could do it all, bro. So I love Kenyon Drake. I'm targeting him in the 7th round if he's there. Some people don't like it. Good for you. I like him, bro. The guy averages about 5 yards per carry. That's pretty darn good. And we're not even talking about his reception. So give me some Waller at the end of the second, early third. Give me some Kenyon Drake later on. And Josh Jacobs, I'm probably not drafting him. I just said, hey, he's getting a little too much hate, and he deserves a little more credit. That's really what I was saying, y'all.
Yo, with that, you know, first thing you said, man, maybe Gruden's losing his touch. You know what I mean? But I think my dude signed like a 20-year deal. I don't even know what they gave him to bring him out of the booth. But I think my man was better in the booth, to be real, because he had his time. Yo, that tuck rule, that started Brady's entire GOAT status. That should have never went down, bro. That was the Raiders' chip to win. That squad was real. And that's the last time. Well, I mean, I know Gruden got one with Tampa Bay, but that Raider team was nice, bro. We can't forget Steve Gannon. Okay, Charlie Gardner, you know, a nice squad. Anyway, I think he's losing a step as well. Greg Olsen, kind of bootleg Carr, was QB13 last year, probably the ugliest QB13 that anyone could remember in history.
Damn, y'all.
Straight up,
he's a good reality. He's a decent reality QB, but for fantasy, he's not an option.
Y'all just hating because he wears eyeliner.
Hey, that's just new to me, bro. That's news to me.
Yo, that dude is not seeing any of my squads. 100 bet. Okay, but I think he's what, top 5, top 7 deep ball accuracy. Okay, why wasn't that happening to Henry Ruggs? You mentioned Henry Ruggs. Nelson Aguilar had a career year. My man dipped and got paid. Good for him. Okay, but Henry Ruggs, you mentioned Henry Ruggs, Kenyon Drake. They need to get this dude involved, bro. You spent draft capital on him. Okay, he's decent. He's not great. He kind of could be a Devontae Smith, right? He's very similar. Same output, same style, same speed, same college. Okay, I'm saying Henry Ruggs can be a deep sleeper on this squad with Carr's deep ball accuracy. Okay, they need to find ways to get this dude the ball. He can't just be a decoy. Okay, and guess what? If that doesn't happen, all of us banking on Darren Waller being the tight end 1 this year, I'm a little worried. And I mentioned that earlier because if they have a safety over the top all day with him, it's a little bit troublesome, man, because he could do work on those linebackers. That's a wrap. Okay, but if he's getting doubled, you know what I'm saying? It's the NFL. You got to zag, right? You can't throw into double coverage even if it's your best player. Yeah. So I like Henry Ruggs late. I like him to step into a solid, consistent role. Maybe an RB, a wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 4, but I think he can be values at the end of drafts. And he's explosive. I remember week 1 last year, I was like, Henry Ruggs, the dude had like a 60-yard bomb, looked super sick out there. And I was like, yo, I wish I drafted Henry Ruggs. You know what I'm saying? So I like Henry Ruggs a little bit late. Jacobs and love Draco in the 7th. I'll ride with that. And hopefully we can all hop on board with our boy Jay the Plug. Shout out Jay the Plug with the Walrus. Tight end 1. Bye-bye, Travis Kelce.
Oh, moving on to San Diego, Joe Lombardi, offensive coach. Gulf Coast. Something that you don't hear often. Gulf Coast offense. West Coast offense with a little bit of pre-motion. Just a little bit of pre-motion in there. Talk to us, B. Talk to us, Biggie.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Golf, offense. I've never really heard of that, but it's all good. Maybe like the Gulf War because he's all about that action. Yeah, man. He's coming from Who Dat Nation,
New Orleans.
Yeah, baby. They got that spicy gumbo, and they got that. But yeah, man. So I like Joe, man. I like Lombardi. It is his DNA to be great because his grandfather is the damn trophy, y'all. You know, the great Vince, go Pack go. And hey, look, man, this dude learned so much from the Saints. Kamara was doing very well, right? So Austin Eckler is kind of similar. So he's definitely going to get fed that ball. But what this means is that they are going to go down the field and they're going to be throwing 2. And guess who is throwing the ball for the Chargers, y'all? Justin Herbert. Herbie, the greatest rookie season of all time, hands down. It's not even close. Miami Dolphins will draft Herbert. Anyways, yo, this dude's gonna be electric. Keenan Allen going in the 3rd round. He's been slept on for so long. He's getting his due ADP. You know what I mean? He's getting his flowers. But those guys, man, Allen, Justin Herbert, Eckler are all guys that will be in my radar. But to be quite honest, when it comes to draft day, the guy that's most likely going to be on my team is going to be Justin Herbert. Because the other guys, man, they're cool. I like Eckler. I like that. But, yeah, man, Justin Herbert, I'm all over it. He is my QB5. I know some of you guys might not like it, but I have him over Dak Prescott because Joe Lombardi fits what this man wants to do. Anthony Lynn was running the ball and not letting Justin Herbert loose. And he still had the greatest season of all time. And he had to learn, like, this dude was playing Patrick Mahomes his first game and almost beat him, but made a rookie mistake and threw the ball deep when he should have just tucked it and ran. But nevertheless, Justin Herbert, bro, is going to be special. Joe Lombardi, thank you for, coming to Los Angeles. And I'm going to see you Thursday Night Football with Mike on the mic because I'm going to be at the game where Patrick Mahomes versus Justin Herbert. Ooh. And I'm going to be smashing someone in the playoffs because Justin Herbert's going to be on my team come Vegas because that's why I'm drafting.
Yo, hey, we're throwing blows. You know why? You mentioned my boy, my lover boy, my man crush, Justin Herbie, right? Love this dude. Yo, I'm not only trying to invest in this cat in fantasy, bro. But you know your boy dabbles a little bit in the card game too.
Hey.
And I'm heavy deep. I'm heavy deep in my boy because I believe, bro. You know what? You mentioned that KC game, okay? That's all I needed to see, bro. My man comes in, hit a sabotage. Sorry, Tyrod Taylor. We took that a little too deep, my boy. Guess what? The kid is starting. And you know what, bro? Didn't phase him. He's got that kind of Opie Eli Manning. I don't really know what's happening, but I'm just slanging that rock, bro. And talk about arm talent, talk about athleticism, talk about what they did early on, which is what your boy Lombardi's going to do. If they're pushing a rock down the field, okay, Keenan Allen, yes, he should be going to third round. My man's going to eat. Big Mike Williams, okay? If he can stay healthy, if he does, my man doesn't need to do that acrobatic stuff. You're not a cat, bro. You're not going to land on your feet. You land on your back and you limp off the field. So make a play. You don't have to do anything spectacular and stay healthy, because if he does, what does that boy do? He goes up against the rock and he plays big down the field. Nobody can outjump him. So I like Big Mike late. And what's crazy is after we talked about this Gulf Coast, right? Something I never heard of either. Austin Eckler, bro. I've been punting and passing on this cat. And now that my boy Killer Cam went down, okay, Austin Eckler is stepping straight into Killer Cam's rankings for me. Okay, because he's going to be featured in this type of offense. We've seen what they did with AK. Okay, Lombardi's a poor man. Sean Payton, let's be real. Sean Payton's nice with the play calls. Okay, this Austin Eckler cat, bro, coming back completely healthy. Okay, my man could have sat out all last year, bro. Detached hamstring from the bone. My man wanted to play. He's a player. He's a dog. He came from the bottom, bro. Small school, right? That awesome story that you like to hear. That takes heart, bro. That takes a player. You're different. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. So Austin Eckler is climbing up my rankings 100. He's jumping to the Cam Maker spot, but a deep sleeper, bro. Big Mike Will. You guys take him in the 8th, 9th round, man. I think he's going to return some very, very close wide receiver 2 numbers.
Dope. I love it, man. Well, that concludes another episode of the Fantasy Football Bootcamp. If you guys could, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend, comment, follow us on Instagram. This week's Artist of the Week is no stranger to the boot camp. It's none other than Sacramento's own Kool Keith with his single, Player. Not player, but play her. Have a good one, y'all.
Bars.